In a small town nestled between rolling hills and blooming meadows, there lived a young woman named Lily. Lily had a heart full of dreams and a spirit as bright as the morning sun. Her greatest passion was her garden, a colorful oasis where flowers of every kind danced in the breeze. Lily's garden was not just a place of beauty, it was a sanctuary of memories. Each flower had a story, a moment of her life captured in its delicate petals. The roses represented love, the daisies stood for joy, and the sunflowers were symbols of hope and resilience. Every day, Lily tended to her garden with care and affection. She would wake up with the first light of dawn, put on her gardening gloves, and spend hours nurturing her plants. Her garden was her solace, a place where she could escape the worries of the world and lose herself in the serenity of nature. One fine morning, as Lily was watering her roses, she heard a gentle voice calling out to her. She turned to see an elderly woman standing at her garden gate. The woman had kind eyes and a warm smile. "Good morning, dear," the woman said. "I hope I am not disturbing you." "Not at all," Lily replied, wiping her hands on her apron. "How can I help you?" "My name is Mrs. Whitmore," the woman introduced herself. "I have just moved into the cottage down the road. I have heard so much about your beautiful garden, and I wanted to see it for myself." Lily smiled, always happy to share her garden with others. "Please, come in," she said, opening the gate wider. "I would be delighted to show you around." Mrs. Whitmore stepped into the garden, her eyes wide with wonder. "Oh, it's even more beautiful than I imagined," she exclaimed. "You must have a special gift, my dear." Lily blushed at the compliment. "Thank you. My garden is very dear to me. Each flower holds a special meaning." Mrs. Whitmore nodded, her gaze lingering on a patch of daisies. "I used to have a garden like this when I was younger," she said softly. "It brings back so many memories." Lily and Mrs. Whitmore spent the morning talking about their love for gardening. Lily learned that Mrs. Whitmore had lost her husband a few years ago and had moved to the town to find peace and solitude. The two women formed an instant bond, united by their shared passion for flowers and the stories they held. As the days turned into weeks, Lily and Mrs. Whitmore grew closer. They would often spend their mornings together in the garden, exchanging tips and sharing stories. Mrs. Whitmore became like a grandmother to Lily, offering her wisdom and guidance. One day, Mrs. Whitmore brought a small potted plant to Lily. "This is a forget-me-not," she said, handing it to her. "It was my husband's favorite flower. I want you to have it." Lily was touched by the gesture. "Thank you, Mrs. Whitmore. I'll take good care of it." As Lily planted the forget-me-not in her garden, she felt a deep sense of gratitude for the friendship she had found. She realized that her garden was not just a place of beauty. It was a place where hearts could connect and heal. One summer afternoon, as Lily was tending to her garden, she noticed a young man walking by. He seemed lost in thought, his eyes fixed on the flowers. Lily felt a curious urge to talk to him. "Hello," she called out, waving her hand. "Would you like to see the garden?" The young man looked up, surprised. He walked over to the gate and smiled. "Hi, I'm Jack," he said. "Your garden is beautiful." "Thank you," Lily replied, opening the gate for him. "I'm Lily. Come in, and I'll show you around." As they walked through the garden, Jack told Lily about his love for nature and how he had recently moved to the town for a new job. He had always been drawn to gardens, but had never had the chance to create one of his own. Lily felt a connection with Jack, sensing a kindred spirit. They spent the afternoon talking and laughing, sharing their dreams and aspirations. Jack admired Lily's passion for her garden and the stories behind each flower. From that day on, Jack became a regular visitor to Lily's garden. They would spend hours together, planting new flowers and tending to the existing ones. Their friendship blossomed, much like the flowers in the garden. As the seasons changed, so did their feelings for each other. What started as a friendship grew into something deeper, something beautiful. Lily and Jack found love amidst the flowers, their hearts intertwining like the vines that adorn the garden. One crisp autumn day, Jack took Lily's hand and led her to a secluded corner of the garden. There, amidst a sea of blooming flowers, he got down on one knee and looked up at her with love in his eyes. "Lily, you have brought so much joy and beauty into my life," he said, his voice trembling with emotion. "Will you marry me and be the gardener of my heart forever?" Tears of happiness welled up in Lily's eyes. "Yes, Jack," she whispered, "I will." They embraced, their love blossoming like the flowers around them. The garden, that had once been a place of solitude and memories, had now become a symbol of their love and the new memories they would create together. As the years went by, Lily and Jack tended to their garden, their love growing stronger with each passing day. They welcomed children into their lives, teaching them the joys of gardening and the stories behind each flower. Mrs. Whitmore remained a cherished part of their lives, her wisdom and kindness guiding them through the ups and downs. She watched with pride as Lily and Jack's love story unfolded, knowing that the garden had played a special role in bringing them together. One spring morning, as Lily and Jack were planting new flowers with their children, Mrs. Whitmore visited them in the garden. She looked around, her heart filled with contentment. "This garden is truly magical," she said, her eyes shining with tears. "It has brought so much love and happiness into your lives." Lily hugged Mrs. Whitmore. "Thank you for being a part of our journey. Your wisdom and love have made our garden even more special." As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the garden, Lily and Jack stood hand in hand, surrounded by their children and Mrs. Whitmore. They knew that their garden was more than just a collection of flowers. It was a testament to love, friendship, and the beauty of life's moments. And so, the Garden of Dreams continued to bloom, a symbol of the love that had brought Lily and Jack together and the enduring bond they shared with those they held dear. Vocabulary 1. Nurture. To care for and encourage the growth or development of. Example: Lily loved to nurture her garden, ensuring each flower received the attention it needed to bloom. 2. Solace. Comfort or consolation in a time of distress or sadness. Example: Lily's garden was her solace, a peaceful place where she could escape from the world. 3. Sanctuary. A place of refuge or safety. Example: the garden served as a sanctuary for Lily, where she felt safe and at peace. 4. Oasis. A pleasant or peaceful area in the midst of a difficult or hectic place. Example: Lily's garden was an oasis of calm in the busy town. 5. Intertwine. To twist or weave together. Example: their lives began to intertwine as they spent more time together in the garden. 6. Resilience. The capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Example: the sunflowers in Lily's garden symbolized resilience, standing tall despite the challenges. 7. Cherish. To hold dear, to feel or show affection for. Example: Mrs. Whitmore cherished the moments she spent with Lily in the garden. 8. Blossom. To develop and grow into something more beautiful or productive. Example: their friendship blossomed into a deep and meaningful relationship. 9. Testament. A tangible proof or tribute. Example: the garden was a testament to their love and the memories they created together. 10. Enchanted. Filled with delight, charmed. Example: the enchanted garden was a place where dreams came true. Morals. 1. Nurture relationships. Just as a garden needs care and attention, so do our relationships. Nurturing our connections with love and patience helps them flourish. 2. Find solace in nature. Nature can be a source of comfort and healing. Spending time in a peaceful environment can rejuvenate our spirits. 3. Embrace love and friendship. True love and friendship can be found in unexpected places, Open your heart to new connections and cherish the bonds you form. 4. Resilience leads to growth. Just like sunflowers stand tall despite challenges, we can overcome obstacles and grow stronger through resilience. 5. Create lasting memories. Every moment we spend with loved ones creates beautiful memories that stay with us forever. Treasure these moments and create new ones together. Advice 1. Tend to your dreams. Like Lily's garden, your dreams need care and attention to flourish. Nurture them with dedication and love. 2. Open your heart to new connections. New friendships and relationships can bring unexpected joy and fulfillment. Be open to meeting new people and forming meaningful bonds. 3. Find peace in nature. Nature has a way of calming our minds and healing our hearts. Take time to immerse yourself in natural surroundings and find solace in its beauty. 4. Cherish loved ones. Spend quality time with your loved ones and create lasting memories. These moments are precious and should be treasured. 5. Be resilient. Life can present challenges, but resilience helps us grow stronger. Embrace difficulties as opportunities for growth and keep moving forward. Thank you for watching and listening. Your support is truly appreciated. I hope you enjoy the content, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Your feedback and encouragement motivate me to keep improving and creating.